You, this is your man George Page. I'm just coming out from the oh, wait a minute. Oh, there was my car guy. Look, just about like my car. It's a late Sabre. Now I got Fifth Avenue. Anyway, just visit Dr. Sutton. Been having some issues with my knees. As being a very large man, sometimes you're gonna put a lot of weight on your lower extremities sometimes. But also, I've been diagnosed with I have arthritis, which is, genetic. My mother has it, and there's just something in my family. My parents have gave me some bad traits, through their genetics. But hey, it's part of life. I got a couple of cortisone shots from Dr. Sutton, so they should start kicking in a couple of days. My thing is, I hope I didn't want to get surgery and end up like Roxanne Modafferi with two knee braces like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I like to say that Stone Cold. That's what I mean. So, but anyway, I want to talk about something very important. Because tomorrow is going to be the 6th, the day for midterm elections. Now, I am a believer of the Democratic Party. It's the party of the poor and the working class. The Republicans always has been for many years been considered the party because of the party of Lincoln, because Lincoln freed the slaves. The fact was, we all know why they did it, because it was a way to, because the South didn't want to pay a little extra money because they had free labor for almost 400, 300 years. And like after slavery ended, the Republican parties or Lincoln didn't do much for slaves. They created programs and policies and laws which make it harder for black folk after slavery, because hey, where we supposed to go? And supposed to go, nothing to do. My great-grandfather, my grandfather's father, was a slave. He was a slave, and my grandfather was a sharecropper. My father was a sharecropper, and I did a little bit when I was younger. But here's the ignorance. There's greater people than us that fought for the right to have the vote. People like Dr. Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers. We can't forget Senator John Lewis. When he was younger, he was beaten and bloody, like he said before. He does advertisements for Mike McCready, who's running for Congress for North Carolina, where I'm from. But as American citizens, we all should have the right. You should vote. Now, when I was younger, it was kind of like I say, nah, I ain't voting. But then when one of the greatest presidents in history, Barack Hussein Obama, won, I said, you know what? That's somebody I really was, I voted for him. And I started my vote making a difference. My thing was, I said, when we didn't want John McCain, because it was like another case of, no country for old men. I remember when Bob Dole ran back in '96 against Bill Clinton, and his thing was, we're going back to the 50s. What the hell? 50s was not a great time for blacks, women, or any minority or any kind of other person. 50s was a great time for white men. Things changed after the 50s, after the Vietnam War, Kennedy, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King. Those men came around and they changed the face of society. Many white males still don't like the fact of how women have the right to vote. They still don't like the fact, that's been 100 years ago, women had the right to vote. And blacks had the right to vote. Black people, not African Americans. True African American, I can say, is Barack Hussein Obama. He was African American. His father was from Africa. His mother was American. He's true African American. I'm not African American. America doesn't have no love for me. In Africa, I've long since have no real connection to that country. But I am an American. Well, I'm black, but on paper words, I'm American. Here's the thing to this, people: go vote. Here's the problem going on. The guy that gets sitting there, the Orange Menace, I call him. He's a con man. He's a liar. He's not what this country is supposed to represent. When you create an idea where, hey, you bring us your huddle masses, your poor, your people who need a place to come, then you can't expect that other people don't want to come here and be part of that. Don't advertise yourself as being great, but then you don't like people coming here. And nothing against immigrants or anybody, because generally most countries half this country is immigrants. My ancestors came here. We weren't immigrants. We came here as cheap labor. The Native Americans, technically they were here long, but technically also They were still immigrants. They might have been here for maybe 100,000 generations, but still, there wasn't really nothing here in America before Native Americans. So this country is a country of immigrants. We all, even this asshole sitting in the White House, his grandfather came over from Germany because he didn't want to fight in World War I. He is second generation American. His, you know, half his children, except for his daughter he had with his second wife, half his children mothers are immigrants. Ivana Trump, his first wife, the mother of his three oldest children, is immigrant. His third wife, the current first lady, which she's his first whore to me, she is immigrant. You know, his only daughter from Marla Maples, who is technically a true-blooded American because her ancestors were born here. Her mother's American, but his first and third wife are immigrants. But he's talking about immigrants. But hey, technically you are only second-generation American. I have at least maybe 6 or 7 generations of living in this country, and your blood is not as thick as mine. And that's not a good term, but yeah, that's true. But here is what you want to do as Americans. Realize, I know voting, it's a pain. You got to bring your ID, yada, yada. But you know what? Here's the problem. When you complain about how things are not going for you in this country, that's your fault because you didn't do what you needed to do. Don't complain if you didn't contribute to what's, to help it. See, the thing is, you want to put in people that work for you. See, people forget the job of president is more of a general manager. You're not a boss. And that's the problem with his asshole. You think he's the boss. You're not the boss. You're the general manager. We as citizens who pay the taxes, who work, we are the bosses. We're your boss. And you don't do a good job, like any general manager, you should be fired. Like you like to go on your talk show, you're fired. And this asshole don't realize you're a laughing stock. Our allies we have been with for at least almost 100 years. Some allies going back since the Second World War, almost the First World War. People like the French who helped America out during the Revolutionary War to get away from Britain. Britain, who was, a long time ago was, ran this country, then we took free from them. Now we allied with them. Laugh at you as a president. Now, if Barack Hussein Obama, I'm going to say his name, Barry O, I'm going to call him, can go to the UN and give a speech and people can stand ovation and clap, and then you go there and laugh and you say, well, the laugh was for because, I was playing for that. That's sad. That's sad. As a man, it's sad. You say you want people to laugh at you, and then you keep telling these people, hey, here comes this red wall. Red wall of what? Red wall of Russian? Here the fact is, he's not a true politician. You don't understand how things go on. Many of his own fellow Republicans he's not a real Republican. He's an opportunist. Many years ago, he was going to run as a Democrat, then as an independent. And then because the person they put in front of him, Hillary Rodham Clinton, was not the best choice. I wish Joe Biden had ran or somebody else. I think that he wouldn't have beaten them straight out because, they were true. Like right now, it's Joe Kennedy III, son of Joe Kennedy and the grandson of the late, the first Joe Kennedy. And he's the nephew of JFK and Bobby Kennedy. He's a possible candidate for president because of the Kennedy name. I wish John didn't die. If John had lived, I think John Kennedy Jr. would have been a great president. Even hell, his sister should run. Just the Kennedy name alone will give them the push. But here it is, that Democrats are not perfect. We talk about liberals, but the fact is, it's about the right things to do. That's the fact of liberals. The liberals want to believe in the right thing to do. Now, Republican Party, conservatives, is about religion, it's about money, it's about that. They call themselves the party of morals and standards, but they're willing to sell their souls to support a man that they know they did not like. And you hear about this thing with the evangelists. These people, these are assholes. They just want to, see the earth burn and Jesus come back. It doesn't work like that. God does not work like that. God's about faith and loving and supporting your fellow man. And these are just bullshitters, con artists, just as bad as him. I'll say like this again. Vote. Vote blue. If you don't want to vote, you want to vote red, that's fine. But understand, when you vote and you don't get what you want out of it, that's your fault. And then if you don't vote and you complain, you have nothing to complain about because you didn't do what you needed to do. You got what you deserve. And these people who support guys like Donald Trump, not realizing, hey, this guy's a con artist. You were mad Barack Obama, because he didn't do enough for you. He did as much as he could, because he had to fight against Republicans, conservatives, who didn't like the idea of a black man being above them. Some can say that no, it was about because he was a Democrat. No, it's the fact that you like the black man being your boss. That's the sad part about it. Prejudice is just is an ugly thing. Racism is an ugly thing too. It's happening so much now in the last few years since this man became president. Shootings and racial stuff. And, stuff was happening during Obama's administration, but part of it was the racism didn't feel comfortable because the fact is they felt like if they did something more, then Obama would go after them. But Obama, he believed in the right people's rights, and he respected them, and that made him a good president. He respect people. You know, made him a great leader. Black people feel like he didn't get enough, but he did what he could do for us. In fact, when he was fighting against people who didn't want you to have more. Like, question yourself like this: ask your senator or your representative, why hadn't there been a plan to increase the minimum wage? So you got to think about it. The people who are working, who need a tax break, are the people who are actually working, not the wealthy. They take money out of this country and don't put money back into it. They close their businesses, their companies, when they see like it's an opportunity, when then it gets really tough. You talk about right to work against unions. I worked at Smithfield, and I was part of a union, and unions is not perfect. Anything that starts up with good intention can be twisted easily. But the fact was, the unions were created to help people from having to work in 20-hour days and getting paid like $2 an hour back in the day. That's where those things were created, to help people that need the help. The people that actually keep this country going, not the people who keep taking out. That's why the rich should pay more taxes, because you make more. You take more. The wealthiest families need to at least put in 20, 30, 40% more than the regular working class person. You can't survive on $7, $10 an hour. You got bills to pay, your food, especially if you have kids. You can't do that. Here's the truth is, America is for everybody. Anybody who wants to come. Now, Donald Trump talked about why but people in Norwegian, but those countries, they have better health care, better unemployment. They take care of their country. They take care of people. I mean, when we talk about why they weren't putting into enough into defense, because they spend more money taking care of the people they need to take care of. You can't keep putting it into the military. The military has enough. They're fine. But invest into the people. Invest into this country. If you do that, you get more out of it. But if you keep supporting guys like this, you get what you deserve. And then you complain, well, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that? Because the fact is, his point was to get what he can get out of it. He knows anybody that he's not going to be president in 2020. Or he's going to be president for 2020, but in 2021, he's not going to be president. He knows it. When you put the right person in front of him, he's gone. Now, he got his supporters, and they're do or die supporters, but the fact is that, truthfully, I think there's not enough of them. No matter how much numbers say he has good support, there's not enough people, because the rest of the country does not support him. And maybe a handful here, a handful there. You go to these rallies, and he sees people, Trump, yeah, make America great. America was never great. America was a little better when Barack Hussein Obama was president, but America was never great. You can ask the Native Americans. You can ask the Irish that came over here. You can ask the slaves that drug here. You can ask Mexicans that come here and want to work, who actually put in more than regular everyday Americans. People complain about, well, they're taking all the jobs. They're taking the jobs you don't want to do. You're taking the jobs that my ancestors did for free for years, and the jobs that you don't want to do because you think you're better than those jobs. There's jobs out there, but the fact that you want the big money job, if you don't got the education or the intelligence, you're not going to get those jobs. That's why you need to invest in the schools and children and the people. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the thing of when you are a representative of the people of this country, you're supposed to do what they want you to do. If you don't want to do that, then don't do the job. And if you keep supporting somebody like that, and they're not doing what you ask them because they do for somebody else who has maybe a little more money in their pocket and slime a little something every so often, then, hey, that's on you. That's the choices you make. Well, like I said, just leaving the doctor's office, I thought I need to share this. I'm probably put it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. But like I said, but tomorrow, vote. Vote, because the fact is not just, like Puff Daddy say, vote or die. Vote or die. But vote, because the fact is, it's a smart thing to do. You want something better for yourself, for your family, for your future. Don't keep supporting people that do not work for your interests, just for themselves or for others. You do that, then you're a fool. And like I said before, you get whatever you deserve. So I'm about to give myself some eat. To my man Keith Brown, Man, Keith, man, I know, man. You sent me that prayer, but man, it's calling me, man. I'm gonna give me some Chinese food, Keith, man. It be calling me, calling my name. Call me Pookie. I know. To my man Sam Max, I know you love my movie references. But like I said, just do what you can for your country. You only have one, If you want, hey, go live someplace else. But America, this is my home, you know. And like I said, I'm always gonna be American. I'm not gonna be African American. I'm black. So black people, Mexicans, Latinos, Indians, Native Americans, white people, do the right thing. Vote for your interest, not for the interest of others, for you. And if you do the right thing, good things come out of it. It's your man, George Page. I'm out.